Hello, welcome back to PSG. You have joined us just in time for two of our biggest games of the season. As you can see from the league table, we are in first place still, 5 points ahead of Monaco, who we are going to be playing next in the league, trying to open up an 8-point advantage. But before that, we face Atalanta away in the Champions League. This game today is to decide who finishes top of Group D. We were expecting this, we have qualified, but we need at least a draw today to go through as group winners and avoid those first place teams in the second round. So really important game. Since you've been here, we have played quite a lot of football. You can see there that Mauro Icardi now has 20 goals for the season. We'll speak a little bit more about him in a minute. Absolutely fantastic performances from him. But let's take a look at how results have been going here. It's been a little bit up and down. Since you were last here, we drew 2-2 at Lille in our last game. Since then, we beat Wolfsburg 4-1 at home in the Champions League to secure our qualification. But then you can see we had 3 draws in 4 games. First of all, we went away to Bordeaux, and for not the first time this season, we threw away a 2-goal lead. We had a full-strength team out. We were 2-0 up at half-time. Again, we dominated the game. We had more shots on target, more shots overall. But again, we gave away that 2-0 lead. Sorry, we were 2-1 up at half-time, not 2-0. And we ended up drawing the game. Now, this game has really kind of helped me realize that our midfield of Paredes and Verratti really isn't functioning defensively. Paredes is a pretty good all-rounder, but maybe just not elite physical levels, not elite mental levels, has just been affecting us a little bit in terms of having that quality we need. Verratti is, well, he's certainly better than Paredes, but again, maybe just physically not quite got the stamina to be really running the midfield show in behind that front four that we have that obviously doesn't do a lot of defending. And we've kind of come to realize 2 things here. Tactically, we're playing a high press and we are tiring in the second half of games. So you'll see when we look at our tactics before we play Atalanta that we've kind of knocked the press down a little bit. But also we've started to look at other options in midfield. After we drew with Bordeaux, we then played last place Nantes and managed to get a great 5-0 win. We also did a lot of rotation in this game. You can see that Messi and Neymar didn't play here. But the big story was Mauro Icardi scoring all 5 of our goals. Absolutely sensational. He is just really on amazing scoring form at the moment. And, well, this really helped us after getting those couple of draws against Lille, against Bordeaux. Really helped us kind of ease a little bit of pressure and maintain our advantage at the top of the league. Icardi is absolutely bossing it. But then after that, we went away to Sporting in the Champions League. Drew 0-0. They were certainly the better team in this game. Again, you could say we're a little bit fortunate to get out of there. Disappointingly, Icardi isn't really firing in the Champions League and against the top teams like he is in Ligue 1. But he is certainly our best option up front at the moment. And then you can see we drew again away at Saint-Germain. And this was another game that we were rotating players for. We have found over the last few weeks with a lot of games on the schedule that players like Messi and the midfielders, they've been really needing a rest. And when Messi and Neymar are not in the team, we do kind of struggle. We do seem to struggle in those games. So we've kind of been running the same players into the ground. And again, this was a little bit of the same here. We didn't have the quality. We gave Dagba a league debut, 23-year-old from the B team, a very, very average player. We gave him his debut at right back to try and give Hakimi a rest. We were resting, as we said, Messi and Di Maria. Neymar was actually injured here, and the team really struggled. We managed to get ourselves out of there with the draw once again, with Icardi grabbing a goal, and then we kind of took the decision here. If we have a look at the tactics, we kind of took the decision here that we had to be a little bit more pragmatic even. Gini Wijnaldum has come in and played a lot more football now, and his stamina and his physical attributes have just really seemed to help out with those 4 forwards that we've got. He gives us a lot more in midfield in terms of just running and having the legs, and also Idrissa Gueye when we haven't been playing the first 11, as it were, also really helps out with that stamina and half decent strength and really good mentals. So these midfielders now are starting to play a much bigger part. Ander Herrera, although he's on the transfer list at the moment, has also started to get more games, and he's been doing really well. No surprise that he's got that great natural fitness and that stamina as well. So we've started to look at being a little bit more pragmatic, not throwing all the same players into the midfield now. Paredes and Verratti, I just feel like physically they haven't got enough to be a partnership that runs the game behind that front 4. If we want the front 4, we've got to be more defensive in midfield. Verratti is actually out injured. He's still out for another couple of months. And you can see from his stats here, he hasn't been playing that well, a 6.88 overall. And I do put that down to just that fact that he and Paredes are really kind of being expected to do so much work in midfield. So what we've done here is we've lowered our line of engagement on the pressing, and we're also getting stuck in a lot more, just trying to be a little bit more solid without the ball, a little bit more defensive minded, as it were, without actually taking out the front 4, although we are doing that for today's game. And that has actually seemed to have worked wonders the last 2 games. So we beat Nice here 3-2, and actually it was a lot more comfortable than it looks like. You can see there that Leo Paredes actually got a red card in the 67th minute. We were 3-1 up at that point and cruising, and then we had to kind of obviously sit back and defend. They did get one back. Donnarumma bailed us out with a couple of really great late saves, but we certainly deserved the win here, and we looked a lot better. So again, Icardi getting on the score sheet, then Mbappe and Icardi again. If we watch the goals here, Mbappe's was a really nice goal. And as I say, we're kind of, if it's going to let us watch the goals, it is. It kind of feels like we might be turning a corner. We've recognized that we weren't really performing to our potential. We were letting in too many goals, and I think having this little rejig in midfield is really going to help us out. You can see this was against Nice, and so they took the lead with a really nice goal, but then we really kind of just took control of the game here. Paredes with a beautiful assist for Icardi, got us straight back into it, 1-1, really important there. And then here Di Maria with a beautiful assist over to the back post, and Mbappe with the tap in. And that really set us on our way. After that, we really started to dominate the game. Messi found Icardi to make it 3-1. And until Paredes got his red card, we were really cruising. But then they really had the better of the last 20 minutes. They did get that one back. And as I say, Donnarumma had to bail us out with a couple of late saves. But it was a deserved win, I feel, in the end, overall. And Then in our last game against Lyon, a really big 4-1 win. We went back to the number 10, although you don't see it here. We actually went back to the number 10 with 2 strikers, with Di Maria behind Icardi and Mbappe, and Icardi managed to get another 2 goals here. Again, we've really just controlled the game. 29 shots, 12 on target, 92% pass completion. Really, really dominated. And you can see again here that we rested players, including the goalkeeper. We've got to a stage where so many players are burned out after each game they play. They really need a rest, and we're just trying to manage the squad through to the winter break. And you can see here that Icardi has now just cemented himself as the first name on the team sheet. 8 goals in his last 4 games, 20 in 22 for the season. This is the player that started the season as the second choice striker, maybe even the third choice striker. He is now just showing his quality. He's been an absolute star for us, absolutely phenomenal. And well, that's actually really important, because the situation that we have now is that Mbappe has made a decision about his future. He's decided he wants to leave the club. We are trying to sell him, trying to get a fee for him before clubs can offer him a contract in January. It's a little bit difficult. We've offered him out for 130 million, no takers. We've offered him out for 120 million, no takers. I think it's going to be tough, but we're going to see what we can do. We're going to see if we can get some sort of offer on the table before January transfer window. You can see he's got a 7 overall. It's been a really poor season, 5 in 19. He's absolutely committed to leaving now. You can see he's got 3 negatives. It's just really disappointing. He's such a good striker, obviously, but there's really, I think I just have to accept there's nothing that we can do now. We'll take any money we can get for him, and in the next episode we'll be talking about some of the transfer options that we might have to replace him. It would be a real shame to lose him, but we just have to accept defeat in that sense. And well, we will talk the next episode about who we might be able to get in his place. So right now we go on to the game against Atalanta. If we have a look, they're 8th in Serie A at the moment, and they play with again with this 3 at the back. They play with 2 number 10s and a striker. I think their final lineup for the game will be a lot different to this one. I think they will have Duvan Zapata up front. He's a very, very good striker, but he's not having a good season. So hopefully he can continue that against us. And as we said, what's really important for us now is just to get first place in that group. So we only need a draw. We need to show now with these changes, with Wijnaldum and Paredes together in the midfield, with Wijnaldum's legs helping us out there. Idrissa Gueye is going to actually play defensive midfielder in here behind them for this game. Can we just be solid in defense, hopefully have a little bit of quality, and get at least the point that we need? Neymar is just coming back from an injury, so he's going to start on the bench, as will Mbappe due to Icardi's form. And also we're going to rest Marquinhos. Ramos is going to start with Mbappe in the defensive line. And well, I think that's about it for the moment. We'll get into this game, and then we'll look at that really important league match with Monaco to really try and get ourselves a little bit more comfortable in the league season and kind of put all these draws behind us. So we'll go forward, we'll get ourselves set up for the game, and we will see you in just a moment. Okay, so here's the lineup for today's game. We've got Mbappe and Ramos at centre-back, Hakimi and Kurzawa at full-back, Donnarumma in goal. Idrissa Gueye is going to be playing the defensive midfield role with Wijnaldum and Paredes in front. We've got lots of legs in midfield now, good playmaking ability from Paredes. And then up front we start with Messi on the right, Di Maria on the left, and Icardi up front looking for some goals. We have switched to a positive mentality rather than attacking, and as we discussed, we are going to be just doing a little bit less pressing now, looking to not get our forward line so tired through the game so that they can still be pressing in the final stages of the match. Just try and stop giving away these leads. Let's just really try and make sure the players are up for this one. Looks like some are more motivated than others. Let's really get into this now. We've got great options on the bench for today. We've got Marquinhos on the bench. We've got Neymar on the bench. Well, I'm surprised to see Zapata not starting, but I think that bodes well for us. I think he would definitely be their main threat. So with Mbappe, Neymar, Rafinha, Marquinhos, Herrera, we've got really great options on the bench. Let's see if we can get this draw today just to secure our place in the next round. Really our biggest game of the season so far. We haven't had that much challenge in the French League. We've been able to get away with bad performances. We've been able to get away with drop points. But Atalanta are really the best team that we have faced all season. It would be nice to have a good performance today. Let's just give them a shout there. It would be nice to have a good performance today and really kind of try and stamp our authority here as we get a corner straight at Musso. I'm just going to change to attacking. Just seems like, for me, the game engine just doesn't really deal that well with a mentality less than attacking. It seems to me if you go positive or you go balanced, it can just really affect how much the team gets forward and tries to create, obviously, but it just seems a little bit excessive. You can see now with the attacking mentality, we did get a handle on the game there. Our XG superior to them without being fantastic. I'm quite happy with this situation right now. Let's just try and keep everybody focused. Right, we'll go with our assistant, see how the players react. They reacted very well. We're now 45 minutes away from winning the group. Just wondering if maybe I want to change our defensive setup. They are playing very much down the wings, which surprises me considering all of their dangerous players are through the middle. Players like Muriel, players like Illich. Surprises me that they're focusing so much on the wings through their attack. But, or actually, I'm reading that wrong, am I? I think that might be us that's attacking more down the wings. Let's see. They're suggesting we should get Neymar in for Di Maria. I think I will go along with that. Di Maria is pretty much spent now, as Paredes goes close on the counter there. Let's make some changes. Let's just try and see this game out, get the result we need. Di Maria for Neymar. Do I want to change Icardi out? He's been very poor, a 6.2. Let's get Mbappe in there. Even if Mbappe is not having his best season, let's see if he can come up with something for us as well. Messi's been very poor as well. I think we might change him from Trequartista to an inside forward. See if we can get a little bit more out of him with that. And I think we'll go Ander Herrera, just changing out for Leandro Paredes as well. Ball winning midfielder for Ander Herrera. Maybe not defensive. Let's get him on support. And let's see if we can just really see this game out now. We've looked pretty comfortable to me. I don't feel like we've ever really been in any danger, even though they've had more shots on target than us. We obviously haven't threatened them enough either, but it's felt like a comfortable game. Let's just see it through. Let's get to the end. Let's get that first spot in the table. As Neymar puts in a corner. Can we create anything from here? Delivery from set pieces on Football Manager 22 just seems to be pretty poor. Kurzawa puts it in and Mbappe wins the penalty. Messi will get the opportunity here to win it for us from the spot. Not just win the group, but comfortably win the group if this penalty can go in. Come on, Messi, don't let us down here. Beautiful. All his penalties this season have gone that side, but no one can stop them. Only his 9th of the season. He's been on a bit of a barren run. So nice to see him get that one there. And now let's just try and shut up shop before the end of the game. Let's bring the fullbacks back off the overlaps. And let's just look to see this game out now. Don't think we're going to make any more changes. We'll leave it as it is. With 5 days rest until Monaco, don't feel too much need to rest players. So let's just get the result and get out of here. That's really pleasing. It's another 1-0 through a Messi penalty, which you could suggest is not quite so positive. We do seem to struggle. Getting goals from open play in the big matches, but I think we've got to be pleased with doing a job there away from home against a strong team. Maybe not the real elite level, but a strong team nonetheless. Really, really good. 5 points the difference at the end, and we now look forward to the game against Monaco. If we just look at the table, we're going to be trying to put 8 points between ourselves and the nearest challengers. So let's go forward to that game, and we will be back shortly. Okay, perfect. We are back for this big top of the table clash. First versus second, Paris Saint-Germain versus Monaco. And looking at the results here, we can see that pretty much all the teams in the chasing pack have dropped points this weekend. Marseille have lost at Strasbourg. Lyon have beaten Lille. Only Nice have managed to win. So if we can beat Monaco in this game, we will put 8 points between ourselves and the nearest challenger, which is Monaco. And we would then have a huge 11 points on Lille and Nice. This would be superb to give us a little bit of a cushion in the league. And to be honest, looking at this Monaco team, I don't think they are as good as Marseille or Lyon. They do have Ben Yedder up front, 10 goals in his 21 games this season. He is actually a very, very good player. We will have to watch him, but outside of that, they really don't have that much that I think is going to trouble us. Here you can see Tchouaméni. He's a good youngster, but certainly not at elite level yet. John Lucas is, to me, very average in the midfield there. They're a very defensive team. They do have Chao Enrique, who is a good left back. We will certainly have to keep an eye on him, but they are set up to defend. He's not going to be doing that much attacking. And then in defence, really, Benoit Badiashile is their best central defender. I think he would be 5th choice in our team. Again, a good 20-year-old, a good prospect, but certainly not at the level of our side. So I feel like this is a really good opportunity for us. And if they play this 4-4-2, it gives us a real opportunity to play out from the back and be on the attack against them. Of course, we're going to have to watch that they don't do to us what Lille have done to us on a couple of occasions this season, playing on the counter-attack. But I'm feeling really confident now with our last 3 games, our last 3 results. and just that little bit of a change in the midfield, be a little bit more pragmatic in the midfield. We've now won 3 on the bounce. Really good win away at Atalanta, which that's really got me buzzing for this season now. I feel like we looked really comfortable in that game. We looked superior. And if we can maybe add a couple of good players in the transfer window, we can really be kicking on and taking hold of this season. Get the league wrapped up as quickly as possible and really try and threaten in the Champions League. So we're going to go ahead, get our teams set up, and then we will be back on. This is the team that we're looking to use for it. So we will go forward to the game, and then we will be looking to get straight into the match. Okay, so here we are ready to go. We have set up the tactics for the team. You can see we have gone back to the 4-2-3-1. No Idrissa Gueye for this one. We are playing at home. We want to be on the front foot. We want to really get at Monaco here. So Messi is playing as an advanced playmaker in behind Icardi. Di Maria on the right. Di Maria has renewed his contract for another year. Forgot to mention that a little bit earlier. Been playing so well, really deserves that contract extension. 33 years old, but his stats are still fantastic. 4 goals, 6 assists for the season. Our top assister definitely deserves that extension. Really going to help us out. We've got Mbappe and Marquinhos playing at centre back, with Sergio Ramos having a little bit of a rest. Ramos not been at his best, but obviously a fantastic option in this French Ligue 1. And then Neymar supporting Messi and Di Maria there in that line of 3. I think we're just going to put ourselves onto an attacking mentality as well right from the start, and we're going to be really looking to get at them. The only other thing I would like to do is play out to the fullbacks rather than the centre backs. With them playing 2 strikers, I don't want our centre backs to be under too much pressure receiving the ball there. So that's how we're looking to go into this game. I want to see if Messi, just as an attacking playmaker, that's the other change that we've made here. If Messi, as the attacking playmaker, can just feed a little bit more Icardi and maybe Neymar coming in off the left there. And we will be hoping to see Icardi also turn up and carry on his good form. Obviously, really pleased with him being our top scorer, but he has gone a little bit missing in the biggest games. So we really want to see a big performance from him today, justify why he starts ahead of Mbappe, who's there on the bench. I'm a little bit worried that he could be the flat track bully that does it for us in Ligue 1, but then in the biggest games and in the Champions League, maybe it's just not quite on the level. Hopefully he can put my mind at rest today. You will see in the transfer special we do have some other attacking options that we will be looking at, either to bring in at the end of the season or in this January window. But for now, we're looking for Icardi to really step up and be the big game player. So far, we've had those 3 chances, but nothing on target. And right now, it's Monaco that are going to get the first highlight of the game, but it comes straight back to us. Wijnaldum in brilliant form. Hakimi's having a really good season as well. Nice move. Maybe Wijnaldum should have hit the target there. Again, that's been our problem all season. Getting lots of chances. Here we've had 5 shots at goal. 7 now, nothing on target. And again, this is really what Monaco are looking to get out of the game with their defensive 4-4-2. Frustrate us in attack, hit us on the break. Really not been good enough so far, as we now have 9 shots without 1 on target. This would be a disappointing first half if we can't cause them a little bit more problem than we are. So we're now in the 39th minute, only the second highlight that we've seen. Now what can Neymar do? Wijnaldum again just bossing the game. And again there's Messi getting it into Icardi, but again it's another shot not on target. We're supposed to be working the ball into the box to get a better quality of chance, But again, this has just not been good enough so far. What can we do now? Can Messi create anything on the break here? No, he can't, and it comes back to Monaco. Are they going to now get something out of this on the break? This has been their tactic the whole game. Messi finding Di Maria. It's come back to him. And was that onside? I think VAR is going to be looking at this. I'm not sure if that was offside or not. We're going to find out. Really nicely worked from Messi here. That attacking, that advanced playmaker role, really helping us out. Poor goalkeeping. I think Icardi is onside there. I think this is going to count. And that is the perfect time to score as well. That really forces Monaco to come out. Beautifully timed from Icardi. And straight into half-time after that goal. So again, it's our only chance on target the entire game. But we are, I feel, deservedly in front. Players getting very motivated for the second half here. Let's hope Icardi and Messi can keep this show on. I think Messi, with just in that playmaker role, maybe doesn't give him as much opportunity to score, but it really just binds that attacking line together. This is what we got to watch. These little interplays in around the box there, and Ben Yedder has got away from Marquinhos. And there's Chao Enrique. We were talking about how he might be one of their better outlets if they started to attack. And they've actually, although they've only had 4 shots at goal, they've had more on target than we have. Can we get a hold of this game now? Hopefully now with our just little less intense press that we're implementing, it's just going to help us have the legs through to the end of the game. But right now in this half, it has been all Monaco as they try to get back into this. Chao Enrique again. And again, with us just standing off a little bit more, it's just giving them the opportunity to play across that back line there. We're saving our legs a little bit, but it is perhaps allowing them to get into it. And we have seen 2 horrendous goalkeeping errors here. And I guess you have to say the way they've started the second half, they do deserve that. But in terms of the game as a whole, that is completely against the run of play. They've got a 0.41 XG, and Messi and Di Maria looking very tired. How can we change things around here? Let's have a look at what we might be able to do. Di Maria looking very tired. I think we're going to bring Mbappe in as an advanced forward on that right hand side. Do we try to press a little more? We've also got Neymar, who's just coming back from injury. He's been very poor. I think what we'll do is we'll change out Neymar for Rafinha and we'll move him to the right wing. So he's going to go in as an inverted winger on support, I think. And we've got Mbappe playing that inside forward role on the left. Now, what might we be able to do? Leandro Paredes has been very poor as well. I think we're going to leave our pressing line, but we are going to increase the intensity of that press when they cross that line. Let's see if our changes can maybe just help us out here. So we've just got those fresh legs on. Neymar and Di Maria looking pretty tired. Don't want to change Messi up for the moment. And that one shot on target that we've got is horrendous. Kind of has played into Monaco's hands. They're going to be delighted with their game plan and the way it's worked for them here, limiting us to just that one shot on target. And again, should we just press up a little higher? We've allowed them in again. What do we do here? Right. Well, we're going to have to move the press up. We've been keeping that press down there just to try and save our legs, but you can see it's just played into their hands. Maybe you've got to give them some credit tactically for that. What options do we have here? I think we've got to change Paredes up. He's been extremely poor. I think what I'd like to do is bring Draxler in there. Let Wijnaldum just do that ball winning role. I mean, he's just superb at everything really. Let's put him on support as a central midfielder. And Draxler is going to be an advanced playmaker. What else do we do here? Maybe we get Messi out on the wing. He's really not been allowed to create enough from in there. And I just really not sure what we can do here. I think we've got to go faster. We've got to really go for this now. It's really hard to know what else we can change. I think we've done everything we want to for the moment. Let's see if Julian Draxler can help us out of a hole here. I guess you have to say Monaco have absolutely played it perfectly. No one went to shut down Aguilar. And Gelson should have been marked, but he's gone past two men there. Really, really poor. We've now got to try and save this. Let's go very attacking. Absolutely nothing happening. What can come from this? We've saved ourselves a couple of times this season when we've been in this situation, losing late on. Mbappe finds Icardi. And Monaco are just losing it under pressure there. Maybe we should have been pressing earlier. I think with the way our season has gone, we didn't want to have that high press, but I think looking at the game here, we really should have done. I think we should have made it more difficult for their fullbacks. The second half, we have not been in it at all. And we've now just really got to hope our quality can bail us out again. So Rafinha loses it. What else can we do? It says we now have 6 shots on target. We've been very, very poor. We've seen very few of those on the highlights. Let's just send our fullbacks up. Let's try and just get everybody attacking. Let's put Rafinha out on the wing there. Let's just make him a playmaker out on the wing, and we're just going to put Messi up on the line there as well, along with Icardi. Messi in as a deep line forward. Can we just pump this ball forward now, just try and get something out of this? Again, you kind of feel like we don't deserve to lose, but then have we done enough? What a frustrating game, just at the point in the season where I felt like we were starting to get things together, starting to get into a rhythm, and it looks like we're going to get our first defeat of the season, and a home defeat at that as well. Really, really disappointing. And you look at the stats and you have to say, how have Monaco come out with that? A 0.62 XG for the game. Even looking at how they played in the second half, perhaps how our tactics played into their hands, they have still outdone their XG to get those 2 goals, and we have an XG of 2.6, of which we barely saw a highlight. Really, really disappointing result. Is it back to the drawing board, or do we... Well, I think we definitely expect the players to be in tomorrow after that. Absolutely appalling. Paredes, let's give him some individual criticism. Absolutely terrible. And Donnarumma with that mistake he made for the first goal as well. Terrible. Well, I guess we leave it there. We've got a couple of games before we get into January. We've got to see now where we go from here. Monaco just 2 points behind us. Really was an opportunity to really assert ourselves for the season. What a shame. I don't know what else to say. We're going to get our next 2 games out of the way. Hopefully we can recover, finish the year strong, and then in January try and make some changes to really prepare us for the second half of the season. Horrible way to end it there. We'll see you. The next episode will be a transfer special. See what we can do in January to really kind of clean up some of the problems that we've got here. But for now, that's all. Give us a like, give us a subscription, and we will see you on the next one.